The other things that really made me happy were Victor Bolden.
Oh.
This kid, you know, I can't think of another word for him besides electric. I mean, when he gets the ball in his hands on these kickoffs or punts, you just feel it coming, man. I mean, this guy has got the vision, he's got the speed, he's got the explosiveness, and he's fun to watch.
Are you listening?
Niners! Ronbo Sports here, representing the Niner Empire organization worldwide. And I, of course, invite you to do the same thing. There's a chapter somewhere near you. You can find out, too, by going to the NinerEmpire.com for further details and information. Fam, I gotta say thank you very much for allowing me to be in your face, because right now, my nerves are shot! We're about to get back into the football. Finally, the weekend has arrived. And we went out looking like chumps. We went out like suckers last year. You know, we've been taking in ridicule and dirt and garbage from every rival fan you run into. You walking around with your colors on and they're making jokes. 2-14. Hey, is that funny to you? You're almost getting into fisticuffs. I almost said something else, but I thought that'd be a cute word. Anyway, we're getting ready to get back on the field and get this straight right now. Did you notice the betting houses? Yeah, dog. Betting houses. Normally, we have gotten used to, in the last couple of years, the 49ers are not going to win the game. It's not if we're going to not win the game, because that's automatic. It's how many points are they going to lose by? What's the spread? Check this out. First, I was on Red Gold Radio. Rich calls in. He says, "Yeah, we got a 7-point spread." I'm thinking, Rich, don't get drunk before you call the show, man. And then I went and checked out some other sites. What? The 49ers, 7 points as high as I've heard of, and that was coming from Rich. But the 6 points, the 5 points, oh, that's not just a win. That means we actually beat them. What? Listen, I'm going to be honest with you, fam. Here's the thing. I said, remember when the schedule came out and everybody was saying, oh, yeah, we're going to beat the Panthers. We're going to beat the Panthers. I was the one who said, I suspect we'll lose to the Panthers. You remember that? Because I'm fessing up to it because I don't want anybody to say, Ronbo, you lied, man. You said you were going to be. I'm telling you, I said it. I know I said we were going to beat the Panthers. I have changed my mind since then. I just realized something. Cam Newton had surgery on his shoulder, okay? He hasn't been practicing that much in the last few weeks. He doesn't have the same weaponry as he had last year. Josh Norman's left the team, and you saw what their secondary looked like last year. Luke Kuechly is the only thing on defense that I'm really afraid of. They got a few people, but I mean, they're not real scary anymore. Cam is not going to be running around like he used to. That's why he got Curtis Samuel and McCaffrey to help him out, take some of the load off of him. So they are not quite the Panthers that I'd be worried about. But the Panthers, every other year, the Panthers played good football. Last year they sucked, picked a few places behind us in the draft. So I figured this year, here come the Panthers. Oh my God, look out. Maybe not. I'm with you now. We can beat the Panthers. Yeah. Listen, you know what? Because if I get started on this winning thing, I'll go on and on. But that's just to say, if we can beat the Panthers, and I think we can, because the fact of the matter is, they don't know nothing about us. They have no book on the offense, other than what they see Kyle do in the past, but he's got a whole new regiment of players. The defense, nobody knows what that defense, how potent it's going to be. So there's all kinds of things working in our favor, fam. I like our chances now. Don't let us start winning if we win this game, because I think you know what? I'm going to wait the Hawks conversation can wait, because if I get started on that right now, I'll go on all night. Can we talk a little bit about the depth chart, though? I just want to run over a couple of things with you real quick, because I looked at this and I said, Pierre Garçon, this is left wide receiver. Pierre Garçon, Trent Taylor, Kendrick Bourne. Nothing unusual about that. That's a good combo. And I go down further, because some of these are pretty much, you've already seen the depth chart. Trent Brown, Gary Gilliam. Please, Trent, don't go down. Gary Gilliam, we cannot have him in the game. Then I see tight end George Kittle. George moved up due to the fact that Vance McDonald is gone. And nobody else is better than George Kittle. I can't wait to be able to say things like, Kittle up the middle. Oh, that's a 20-yard gain. Kittle up the middle. Yeah. Garrett Selleck is number 2. For reasons that cannot be explained, Kyle Shanahan's infatuation with the Sellecks, it goes on. He's ahead of Logan Paulson, who's got experience. But Selleck, remember one thing about Selleck. He's a great blocking tight end. If you help the run game with Kyle Shanahan, you are on his good list. Logan Paulson comes in last. All right. Marquise Goodwin, this is right wide receiver. Marquise Goodwin, Alden Robinson, Victor Bolden Jr. makes sense. Alden Robinson is a long and deep threat. So I was wondering who's going to come out of the slot. It could be that they're going to use Marquise Goodwin in the slot as a deep threat. He can go both ways. He's been working on routes, remember? That boy's going to be bad. Hyde, Brado, Raheem Mostert, nothing usual about that. Here's what worries me. I look at the fullback position. There's Kyle Juszczyk. There is no backup for Juice. Now here's something cruel but true. Tyler McCloskey was a decent fullback. Tyler has not been picked up by any other team. I just checked that out. Tyler is still running around. So Tyler could remain available for whatever length of time is necessary. Nasty but true. Same with Matt. You know, we only have 2 quarterbacks, right? Barkley, it's already been rumored that Barkley probably be available anytime you need him as well. So Matt Barkley and Tyler McCloskey, they're the guys that are being held outside on the risk factor that they'll be available should something go wrong, right? Eric Armstead, Elvis Dumerville, Aaron Lynch has been buried on the depth chart, which is kind of, I don't believe it. Remember, all gas, no brakes means you come in, you go out, you make a crazy play, you hit the nitrous, you go nuts, you come back and refuel. As Eric Armstead says, we don't have any twos, we're just a long group of ones. I'm feeling good about that. Earl Mitchell and DJ Jones, that's got to be one of the best nose tackle combinations in the NFL. I'm serious. All right, Buckner is backed up by Xavier Cooper, according to Booker T, otherwise known as Toby T. Toby said Xavier's good stuff. Okay, I'm going to trust him on that because my theory is our general manager has not been satisfied. That's why we got guys on the IR and all kind of weird places. These players might have been cut otherwise, all right? Eli Harold, Dakota Watson, Peter Talmapino. Tank Carradine is still holding Solomon Thomas off. Remember I apologized? I'm not going to re-apologize or say nothing else. Let's see how this works out. Tank Carradine is playing inspired football. Let him play. Solomon can come in. He'll play later. All right? Here's what I do worry about, though. Rashard Robinson. Who's going to back him up? Yeah, right? Now, I'm looking at also Keller Witherspoon and Keith Reeser. They're both capable of backing him up. But, of course, I don't know. Hey, can I share this theory with you, too? I have this feeling. Remember how poorly Rashard Robinson played during preseason? I think he was faking. You know, John Lynch is a very funny guy. I think he told him. He may have suggested Rashard. You know what I do? Here's what I want you to do. Go out there and play a little bit tacky. Play a little lazy. Play a little lax. You know why I want you to do that? Because I want you to be the guy that they think is not capable. I want you to keep any pressure off of Dante Johnson and anybody else we got. I want every quarterback in the league to think he can come to you. And when they do that, you will light them up. Pro Football Focus. Who was their favorite guy every week? It was Rashard Robinson. Rashard Robinson can play that position. What we're seeing now makes no sense. This is why I say something is up. Look for Rashard Robinson to return to form this weekend against the Panthers. He will get pickoffs and everything else. Why? Because they're going to come out throwing at him from jump. You watch. Watch Rashard come out of a bag. The cat will be out of the bag, but it'll work for one game. Watch me. I bet I'm right on this. I got one more thing I want to talk about. Trent Taylor, Victor Bolden Jr. Now, punt return. Trent Taylor, Victor Bolden Jr. Why is Victor Bolden Jr. behind Trent Taylor? If Trent Taylor's your slot receiver, why would I put him at risk at the punt return? Somebody's kidding, right? Kick return, Raheem Mostert. Victor Bolden Jr. Here, fam. Here's the thing. We all know Victor Bolden Jr. could be one of the premier return men in the league. Is this just writing that I'm looking at? Because you can't tell me that I'm not going to see. If you want to do punt return, kick return, then have Mostert do the punt return and have Victor Bolden do the kickoff return. But you do put kick. You got to put him on the field. Victor Bolden Jr.'s got to play. The entire Levi Stadium crowd is waiting for Victor Bolden Jr. Okay, undrafted free agent. Here's what I want to do right now. I want to talk to you about some of the cuts that were made to get down to the 53-man roster. I want you to listen to this because here's the thing. We are going to see the cuts for what they were and how those cuts play a huge role in what we're going to see this Sunday as far as some of the players that are still with us because of the players that were cut. Some of the players we had ties to emotionally, but we could be a better football team, and I guess later on we'll realize that. Coming right over now to see what in the 49ers going on with you regarding this past weekend's cuts. Fam, I got Michael. You probably heard him on Red and Gold Radio several times. He always comes in with those nice insights on the 49ers. And Michael's never vicious or mean, says anything bad about our guys. The rest of those guys on Red and Gold Radio, you guys are bad men. You're going to learn from Michael today a better example of how you should talk about our 49ers, Trey. Michael, how you doing today, man?
All right, Ronbo, what's happening?
Well, we're counting down between now and Sunday. And are you, how are you handling this? Are you feeling real calm? Because I'm not doing well with this. Every minute that ticks by, we're getting closer to Sunday.
No, I'm ready to run through a wall. I'm ready.
Michael, you know, okay, let's roll it back a little bit. I know you and I both, we appreciate Joe Williams. I love Joe Williams. I want to see. This little maneuver, putting Joe on the IR for the rest of the season, I thought they were kidding. So I said, wait a minute, maybe they're not kidding. They've got to fix that issue. Michael, do you think they're going to put our boy in a clinic for the entire year in an effort to get him to stop fumbling the ball? Because his ankle wasn't that bad. I saw him walking around. What is it going to be effective? Are we going to get a Joe Williams that we all can appreciate by next season?
Well, I think when you look at the Joe Williams situation and the direction that Kyle and John went with this thing, I think it's impressive. Yeah. I mean, these guys are showing how dynamic they are and the way they think outside the box. You look at what goes into it. I mean, they got to think about what's best for the team, and at the same time, what's best for Joe Williams going forward.
Wow.
How is he going to be successful? Can we make him successful? And I think if you let the kid have some room and you let him rehabilitate that ankle and you let him work on his ball security at the same time and you don't put the pressure on him. I mean, right now we're going into the first week of the season, and if this kid has to start feeling like, oh man, I got to get this fixed now, you know, he's feeling a lot of pressure, and his mindset mentally, you know, it could lead to a disastrous season for him. And at the same time, he re-aggravated an injury from college. We don't know quite the severity of it. And is he going to be able to be effective for the 49ers this year? You got young Matt Breida coming up in here and just taking that job. He just took that job.
Basically,
and, yeah, so I mean, I guess, you know, from both sides of it, you got to look at what's the best thing for the 49ers this year and going forward. And what's the best thing for Joe Williams this year and going forward? And I love the decision to do what they did. I think they're giving Joe Williams the best chance at success that he could possibly have. Now, whether it works out or not, we'll see. I mean, we're going to find out a lot about Joe Williams in the upcoming year here and what he does with this opportunity that he has.
I'm hoping it works.
So,
yeah.
Me too, especially with Carlos Hyde, you know, one more year on his contract, and then he's on
the hot seat too, just for that reason. Everybody's under pressure.
Right.
There's no relaxing in Santa Clara, which brings me to this. And I just got a theory because I know that Bobby Turner and Kyle Shanahan, they've got to think about running backs, right? We just pulled Jeremy McNichols, who failed actually at Tampa Bay. He's a 5th-round pick, and that's their magic number, right? So I'm thinking both these guys were watching, and this is just, there's no, you can't look a link up if you're watching. You can't find a link on this. This is my thinking. I have a feeling that they were watching McNichols and Joe at the same time. Joe was their favorite pick, and then they probably went close with that. They says, listen, let's pick up Joe. Jeremy fails, as I say, with Tampa Bay, and he's on the wire. The 49ers says, get him in here now. From what I understand, though, it's like this. Jeremy actually is pretty good out of the backfield, making catching passes. So I thought that may be his strength, but maybe not as good at the line of scrimmage. But I mean, what do you think about my theory? Could I be hitting on something here? What do you think?
Oh, I think you're right on the money. I mean, I think that Joe Williams and Jeremy McNichols both kind of dropped in the draft, you know, for their talent levels. I think they dropped a little bit further. Jeremy McNichols is very similar to Joe Williams in some regards. I mean, he's another back that has his speed. He's not 4.41 like Joe Williams. Yeah. He's 4.49. He's 4.49, but he still has adequate speed to get to the perimeter. But what he does do is he can make that cutback at full speed, just like Joe Williams can. So he is an outside zone type of running back who can catch the ball out of the backfield, like you said. He comes in at 5'9", 214 pounds.
Balance.
And he's a guy that you look at him on film. I looked at him at his preseason games on Tampa Bay when they got him to see what he could do. And there wasn't anything too impressive, but Tampa Bay's offensive line was getting eaten up by the defense. So it was kind of hard to gauge it. Yeah. But I think that, I mean, hey, you know, you're not taking up a roster spot with him. He's on the practice squad. So you went out and you got the other guy that you know, it was maybe between him and Williams, who knows. Yeah. And you got the other guy. It's not costing you a roster spot. And so, you know, you went ahead and put Joe Williams on the IR. And now, like, I think I heard you talking earlier tonight, when it comes to next year now you got a battle going on between those two, you know?
Well, that's getting smoking crazy. And Brady's still going to be there. And it's and now we've got the new guy. Remember last week we were saying Mostert is supposed to be the guy that's supposed to be cut automatically. I saw Mostert on the list at the beginning of the season before they even got started. I said, well, I guess Mostert, he's just going to be camp fodder. He's on the roster. So it's shocking. But I hope he does well. So
me too. Yeah. Mostert was a guy that we had talked about him a few days ago, and I didn't think he was going to make the team, to be honest. But you know, after I got off the phone with you there, and I was thinking about it, I was like, you know, we need that guy. Actually, he's a special teams guy. Yeah. He's got great speed. Yeah. He's shown a lot in the preseason. Yeah. So I'm glad he made the team too. I was really happy with that.
And in fact, I can't wait to see what he looks like running against ones and see if he can make those clearing moves, because he's really fast. It doesn't look like he's putting any effort into it, but he's really quick. Your assessment on anything else we did as far as the cuts? Was there anything? Everybody's crying about Jeremy Curley, but I heard something a little while ago that made me think, you know, are we overreacting for Jeremy? Because I loved him because I was close to him. I did an interview with him. I thought he was one of the most gracious guys we had on the team. People see Jeremy Curley in public. He's just the kind of guy that's all over the fans, even before they're on him. He's just one of those kind of guys, you know? So his playing ability, it's been pointed out that, well, you know, we've got some guys that are probably as good as Jeremy, and they're younger. Some of them are rookies. So, you know, it was one of those business things where you got to make that move. So, your feeling on that?
I'm not crying for Jeremy Curley. Let me tell you, Jeremy Curley's a heck of a guy, and he's a good football player too. And you know, he's a vet and all. But we got this kid named Trent Taylor, and I mean, he's come in here and he has just shown that he could handle the situations. I mean, I saw C.J. Beathard hung him out to dry in the middle of the field. He got hammered. He held on to the football, and he popped back up and was ready for the next play.
He's amazing.
I saw him make a great catch that was thrown behind him, and you saw this one. We talked about it, Ronbo. Thrown behind him. He twisted around, somehow made the catch and flipped his hips and kept heading upfield. I mean, this kid, he knows how to separate from the corners. I mean, he's got the skills. He's ready to go now. He's what you'd call a polished product coming into the NFL. And I didn't know he was that good this early, but he's shown it, and I love it, man. And I'm happy for him, and I'm not crying for Curly. I'm celebrating with Trent Taylor.
Yeah. And Jeremy will be fine, but you're right. Trent Taylor, and as you pointed out, he's doing that now. He just got out of school, and he looks like he looks now. What is he going to look like next year and the year after that? Oh, even mid-season. So, yeah, you're right. Trent Taylor you couldn't separate from him. And I didn't think he was going to get cut anyway. But I still got a problem with Gary Gilliam on our squad. I think I could have done without an offensive lineman named Gary Gilliam a little better than I could have done without Jeremy Curdy. But I'm getting to know. I'm starting to live with it. Put it that way. So.
Yeah. I was very happy about actually the Curly thing, and that was, that's one of the things I've been thinking about. Is I was actually happy about that, and the other things that really made me happy were Victor Bolden.
Oh,
this kid, I can't think of another word for him besides electric. I mean, when he gets the ball in his hands on these kickoffs or punts, you just feel it coming, man. I mean, this guy has got the vision, he's got the speed, he's got the explosiveness, and he's fun to watch. And the fact that Kendrick Bourne made it on too, I mean, that just made me, I got goosebumps. That was good stuff.
Young talents, man. And Victor Bolden Jr. is going to give us good field position all day Sunday, I got a feeling. And even if Victor Bolden is only doing kicks or punts, one or the other, if you're going to let Trent do the punts or the kicks, just switch them back and forth. I think we're going to have good field position all day long. That's one of the you do that and you'll win games. Am I right?
That's right. And you're exactly right about Trent. I mean, that's another thing that Trent showed in the preseason was that he could field punts as well. And he's got the knack, he's got the vision, he's got the feel for everything, and it's, I mean, that was just, I'm really happy with those guys right now, and just good stuff. And I'm really glad that they kept Aaron Lynch. Also, Aaron Lynch. Oh, man. I mean, because I'm looking at okay, they got Elvis Dumerville in there. You're looking at the edge rushers, and you're going, okay, we got Elvis Dumerville. Okay, then we got Peter T. Then we got Aaron Lynch. Then we got, and you're kind of looking at
you can put Eric
edge.
Armstead over there on the edge. Because Eric's going to go either inside or outside. You can put him on both places. But I'd rather see Eric on the inside. He seems more effective in the inside. Let Dumerville and Lynch handle that. Peter T, if you want to bring him in. But I think Peter's going to have to wait a while. But Aaron Lynch and Dumerville, just switch back and forth. Let Eric, if they have to put him over there, go ahead. But let him rush from the inside. He seems to be more effective.
Yeah, I think Eric Armstead is, like you said, he can rush on the outside. But I see him being more of an inside guy because I see the outside as being a little bit more of a speed rush. But another guy who showed some flashes of speed, of some outside edge rushing in preseason was Dakota Watson.
Yeah.
I really liked what I saw from him, and I'm really glad they got him out there too. So I'm really happy with Aaron Lynch, Dakota Watson, Elvis Dumerville, and I like Armstead on the inside with Buckner in there, and then you got, Solomon Thomas outside of that. I mean, it's good stuff.
Going to be coming up in this Sunday. So there you go, fam. I'm telling you right now, try to relax. I'm telling everybody else try to relax, and I can't relax. I want this game. I just want to see that defense come out and really, because I'm not even worried about the offense. I just want to see that defense contain, harass, and just basically bother Cam Newton to the point those prize-winning post-game, when Cam Newton is standing there having lost the game, there's nothing more fun to watch. He is just the biggest crybaby. He's like a child. He stands there and he doesn't want to answer questions. He's got that long face going. Please, we got to have that.
I like it,
God.
and I want to see the kill zone activate.
Yes. I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and relax and get ready for that game. It's time for the countdown. I'm going to count you out. Tell you what, Michael, you give me everything you want to give me. You're at Levi Stadium. We just scored a touchdown. 3, 2, 1.
Niners, baby! Yeah!
Now that was, you scared me. That was awesome, Mike.
Oh, right on, man. That's how I do it.
I love it. Thank you, Michael. Now, for what Michael and I were just talking about, you see what I'm saying? About the cut list and how the players that we kept have made it possible for what we could see look like stars in just a little while. Talking about a little while, I'm talking about Sunday. I'll be in your face, at your place, for the game that counts. This is it. And then, of course, right after the game, we'll go over what happened during the course of the game, and I expect nothing but a pure win. You'll need the Ronbo Sports app. It's absolutely free. Get that before this Sunday because you're going to need that if you want to participate, you want to call in, and you want to be a part of the show. Also, the instructions are in there if you want to zoom in as well. We've added that feature. Zoom in can be, you can do that worldwide, all right? Do it before Sunday. As a matter of fact, you need that Ronbo Sports app anyway for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Red and Gold Radio, I call it 49er Family Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 p.m. PDT. You'll love it. You will not believe what goes on there. It's a call-in show. You'll love it. I'll be looking forward to seeing you this weekend. Please hit like. Please hit like. I love me some likes. Share so other people will know where we are. And subscribe. And can't wait. Carolina Panthers, here we come. Count me out.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred